Danny would never be like Carmen. I don't care if he did take over the head of the family, he wouldn't. He promised that he would let me go and he would do the same thing for this child if it meant keeping it safe.
I think you're being incredibly naive considering what he's put you through the last few months.
I'm just not as cynical as you.
Thank God you haven't been kicked around like I have. I never want to see that happen to you, Michelle.
Give me some credit, Claire.
I give you credit. Believe me, I do. You have grown into a loving, very strong, very stable young woman with no help from me.
And I can be a very loving, a very stable, and a very strong mother.
Yes. Unless you're beaten down emotionally by a man who's becoming increasingly caught up in the violence and the power struggle of a despicable way of life, and then it's too late. Please, Michelle, you have got to stop and think very carefully before you make any final decision.
It's like you're telling me the only way to keep this baby safe is to deny it life. It doesn't even make any sense.
But you know how Danny's going to react. You know that. Don't kid yourself that he's going to let this baby go, and then boom, he's right back in your life. Or is that what you want?
No, it's not.
Well, then be careful and be honest.
I'm trying. I just need a little bit of time.
But you don't have a lot of time to spare from a medical standpoint or an emotional one. Because if Danny finds out about this, Michelle, he will make the decision for you, and that is not right. You have got to be as strong as possible right now, stronger than ever, and loving in the most basic sense, which may mean you may have to make a decision and do something very, very difficult. Than to see you happy and fulfilled with a family of your own, Michelle. But you will not be happy or fulfilled with Danny. What about med school? Look, I know you think I'm being incredibly cold through all of this, but, you're just too caught up emotionally to see all the ramifications. That's why you've got to think about these things now.
Why? Because abortion is legal and smothering a crying baby with a pillow isn't. I'm sorry, I know it's not fair and your situation's different, but
I guess I'm never going to be able to make that up to you. Or to myself. I just hope that maybe one day you'll realize how incredibly grateful I am that you've allowed me into your life.
It's just that it's really convenient now because I'm grown up. I'm not a baby. No muss, no fuss, And maybe that's the difference between us. I want diapers. I want colic. If it comes, bring it on. I want to be the kind of mother who doesn't weigh convenience.
This is not about convenience. It's about danger. And you know it. Rick. Hi. I'm glad you're here. I've got to meet Alan for drinks. And I still have to change. And I just didn't want to leave Michelle alone.
I'm fine.
Think about what I said.
I know you mean well.
I do. I really do.
Well, have fun with Alan.
You know I will.
So I guess you know.
Yeah. Signs are pretty classic. You're pregnant.
Go ahead. Tell me this is the worst thing that could have happened. No sympathy, okay? I've had about as much as I can take from Claire.
Michelle, it's great news.
Please don't be sarcastic.
I couldn't be more sincere. Now, all right, yes, it's lousy timing. And I could ramble on and on about how this is going to complicate your divorce with Danny, keep you involved with his family, but Michelle, none of that seems as important as this baby. We could really use a little baby around this house right now.
Really?
Yes, really. Oh, watch those hormones. Watch them.
You mean that?
Yes, of course I mean it. Wait till Manny gets wind of this. We haven't had a baby in this house since you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. You're drinking your milk and orange juice and taking your vitamins? Are you?
Sorry.
What?
This is such a switch. Claire just spent my own mother just spent the past hour trying to convince me to have an abortion.
Oh, well, there you go. Consider the source.
She made some interesting points.
Like what? What'd she say?
I can't get back together with Danny.
Okay, well, that seems like two separate things.
Well, he's going to have rights, you know?
Of course he is.
And she thinks that he is going to use those rights to try and get me back in his life and raise this baby as a Santos.
Michelle, if you're worried about all of that, talk to Ross. And you know what? I bet under the circumstances, you would be granted sole custody.
Well, what about how hard it's going to be to raise his child as a single mother?
Michelle, the bottom line, it's your choice. Do you want this baby?
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of it's secondary. You just need to go for it, sweetheart.
It's just going to be, how am I going to be the mother that I want to be when I'm raising this kid all by myself?
All by yourself? What am I, chopped liver? What is Maida? Maida's going to be the best great aunt in the whole world.
You have your work.
Of course I have work, but I'll be great. I'll help you out. I'll pitch in.
Really?
Yes, of course. I'm going to have to get books now. You know that. I'm going to have to get books on pregnancy and child care and all that kind of stuff.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Snacks. Pregnant women are hungry all the time. Didn't you know?
Oh, I'm not. Actually, I am.
Yeah, I am too. So I'm going to fix snacks for the three of us. Leave those plates there. I'll get them.
You'll what? You'll get them?
Eventually,
Whatever.
I will.
It's all right. I'm pregnant. I'm not an invalid. I'll handle it.
Okay. Do the dishes, and while you're at it, mop up the floor and carry my barbells up the stairs. I'm going to go take a shower.
Hey. You're a really great big brother.
I know.